Good morning, y'all. I finally made it to South Carolina, and I'm in a beautiful place called the Diamond Hill Mine. Today I'm going to be looking especially for amethyst, but there might be some quartz and some smoky quartz and some nice quartz clusters. So that's what I'm going to do. I just gave them $20 and I get the whole day. This place is huge. They've got plenty of fresh tailing piles that are flipped over. So I'm just going to go surface collect as much as I can, and then from that point, maybe I'll pick a spot to do a little bit of digging and sifting and stuff like that. I'm gonna go get Luna out of the car and then we'll go look for rocks. It's cold here. Something common to find here is druzy quartz. This is the very first sparkly rock I decided to pick up today, and you can see it's got little tiny sparkles on it. Druzy quartz is when you've got quartz crystals that are so small you can't really see them, but they give you all those little sparkles. This place is huge. All this has been flipped in the last few days. This is like, gotta be 100 yards. It's like a whole football field of just flipped tailings. I just found this. A lot of the crystals here are covered in dirt, so when you find a chunk of quartz and it's got a lot of dirt on it, look through the dirt and see if you see some crystal faces. That'll be a really nice rock when it's all cleaned up. So if you're wanting to wash your rocks off and see what the crystals look like underneath the sand and the mud, you can come down to the creek. They ask that you don't dig in the creek. They ask that you don't dig here, just like that. Don't do that right there, or that, or that, or that. Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, if you want to come wash your crystals off, or see if you find anything in the creek, you can do that. But this property is between the creek and the road, so stay on this property, and you know, don't dig under trees and next to the creek and stuff, because that's not cool. They don't like that here. They actually said that to me up front, unlike some places that allow it and don't say anything. So I saw this quartz on the ground, and I decided to flip it over, and boom, yellow coated crystals. Gotta figure out what the yellow coating is, but they're gorgeous. Gotta get that washed off and show you guys. It's gonna be a fun one. All right, so wherever the machine came along and made a wall, always look and see what's coming out of that wall right there, okay? I kept following it, and you see the machine marks here. And then I found something. I found a bunch of mica, all right there. And then I pulled out this big chunk of smoky quartz. Now it's just a chunk. I don't know if it's got any purple color or anything in it, but it's a nice chunk. So I'm gonna dig out as much of this as I can. I think this might be a pocket. And if it is a pocket, there could be some really nice crystals here. So I'm gonna dig it all out and sift through it and see what I can find. There's some more there. And I think it keeps going, so I might be here for a minute and see what I can find. All right, it's totally working. You can see right here, that one's smoky quartz. Most of them are coming out in broken pieces. The excavator did hit this spot, so it's expected that they're all broken. But this is really, really dark and relatively high quality smoky quartz. It's got a lot of mud and stuff on the outside of it, but once I tumble it all up, this stuff's gonna be great. So I'm stoked. I've got a whole bunch of material in my bucket that needs to get sifted. There's a lot of mica, a lot of quartz, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep digging here. I don't see me going anywhere until this is pretty well exhausted. I'm happy here. All right, so that was a great little pocket. I didn't really see any crystals come out, but I mean, look at the size of this mica book. It's got some really nice big mica in here. All the rest of the rocks that aren't mica in here are quartz, mostly smoky quartz. So there's a lot of good pieces in there. Once that stuff cleans up, it'll look really nice. It's got some good gray color to it. You can tell underneath the dirt. So I mean, that's what we're here for, guys. Some nice, good smoky quartz, nice big mica books. Definitely make sure you wear gloves. The stuff's sharp. Quartz is sharp, mica's sharp. It'll catch you. And there's what's in the bottom sifter. Again, pretty much all these rocks are smoky quartz, except for the mica, which is great. There might be a few pieces of clay clod in there. I'm gonna break it up a little bit more and then throw it all in my bucket. Okay, so I got as much as I could with this little thing and my little tiny shovel until it pretty much disappeared. And then I cleared off some overburden and came out with the pickaxe. I'm starting to find some more of it. That almost looks like a crystal. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna pull out as much rough as I can today. If I get anything cool, I'll show you. Here's that chunk. It's not really a crystal. Oh well. So this is the kind of amethyst that you could get here, in theory, if you dig really deep, probably with machines.
Well, I don't know where you find it. I found it on the surface.
Good luck, man.
In a mud ball.
Oh, right. So check every mud ball here, and that's what you might find, guys.
You never know.
That's the spot to be right here at Diamond Hill Mine. Beautiful American amethyst. Wow. There's that yellow crystal I found earlier in the day. It's iron oxide staining on the outside, in case you were wondering what the orange is. Got some of the dirt off there. There's a little bug checking it out. Some weird bug. Critter cameo. It's like a little baby cricket. Alright, so this is the day one reveal. I plan to go back for another day, but let me just show you what I got. That's the big piece of mica there. That's the biggest chunk I got. There's a few other nice chunks in there. Those are some good pieces. The smaller mica is in this bucket here. Very shiny. One thing I'd like to recommend real quick is when you're going to wash your quartz and your mica, have a separate container for your mica. Even when you're out there mining, put your mica in a different container. The smoky quartz will really tear up the mica, and once it's wet, it's really hard to separate the mica from the smoky quartz. I'm telling you that because I made that mistake and just put everything in the same bucket. A lot of my mica fell apart, and it had some issues. Here were some cool pieces here with some sunlight there. That's all smoky quartz, and then it's got the mica on the outside of it. So I thought that was just kind of a cool specimen piece. There's a few kind of like that were mica and smoky combos. It didn't just fall apart. Most of the stuff just fell apart when it came out, but these ones didn't. Pretty neat. Here's the smoky quartz. There's a big chunk. A couple of big chunks. These are the larger chunks here. And then I put the medium chunks here. And all the smaller ones over here. I just did a rough sort, so there might be some mediums in the small stuff. But you can see it's just rough smoky quartz. There's really nothing incredible about it. But once I have this all tumbled up, it's going to look really, really cool. So I'm really excited for that. A big reason I didn't spend more time looking for crystals was because I've always wanted a bucket full of rough smoky quartz to tumble. And so I was really happy when I found that vein, and I pretty much sat on it all day and pulled as much material out as I could. So earlier in the day and later in the day, I did a little surfacing. Here's one that I didn't film. It's a crystal. It's busted up. It's dirty. But it's a crystal. It's not super small. There's that one. You saw that a couple times already with the bug and everything. This is a cool little iron stained quartz. Luna feels left out. She's coming over. Here we go. Druzy crystals. There's a pocket there filled with mud that's going to need to get pressure washed. There's the nice crystals there. Looking pretty good. This is a nice chunk. And then this one's got a bunch of little pockets in it. Kind of cool on that face too. So yeah, that was the, let's see, yeah, I guess that was a more boring face. I'll just set it like that. And then this big rock right here. Luna's over there making trouble. Whatever. Crystals. Sweet. Sweet, sweet piece. Good. All right, so I just went to Regina's Savannah Grill is what it's called, and I had a egg and cheese and sausage biscuit, and egg and cheese and bacon biscuit, and they were both fantastic. So that's how you should start your day at Diamond Hill. Just go to Regina's and get yourself some biscuits. They also have the best Wi-Fi anywhere around here. Pretty scarce Wi-Fi out here, so there's a good spot to do whatever you need to do for your Wi-Fi. And I'm back at Diamond Hill, and I'm ready to go find some crystals. Let's do it. There's some little crystal faces poking through the mud on this rock I just picked up. First rock I picked up by the day. Flipped it over, and there's some crystals in the mud. I'm gonna wash that off later and see if it's worth keeping. All right, so I'm going around in the tailings, and I'm looking at the dirt clods and figuring out where the quartz rocks are. And it's a quartz rock I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna look real close at it. I'm looking for things like clarity Crystal faces and color. Those are the primary things. So if I think there's any potential at all, I'm just going to throw it in this bucket here, and then I'll take it back to the front where they have buckets of water, and I can just go there and clean them off and see where, you know, if it's got good crystals or anything like that, then I keep it. And if not, then they have a nice pile where you can check the rocks you don't want. So that's what I'm going to do for a few minutes and just go around the whole place and look around. So you can see I'm finding lots of these dirty quartz rocks, and pops out one of these guys right here. This is double terminated, and this is the reason that this mine is called Diamond Hill Mine, because they have double terminated quartz crystals here. So that's a South Carolina diamond. It's not a diamond, it's quartz crystal, but they call it a diamond because it's double terminated. That's just, you know, if you have a Herkimer diamond or a Payson diamond or something like that. So yeah, and Luna likes it too. She's giving it a kiss. Oh, now it's been kissed by Luna. All right, guys, I did it. I found me some amethyst. Nice American amethyst. That one, obviously just a chip, not a lot of color. That one, nice crystal. Beautiful. With another little baby point on it there. Really nice. Happy, happy, happy. There's a double tip crystal, not amethyst. This one's kind of cool. It's got some really cool skeletal growth on it. You can see all the different crystals there. It's all healed up. That one's really unique. We're calling this angle plate with iron oxide coating on top of quartz. So, pretty. That's a good one there. Decent size, nice crystals. This one I thought was probably the prettiest one. Really gorgeous iron oxide coating. Gonna have to hit all this with a pressure washer and some acid. Well, probably won't do acid on that, or else we'll lose the yellow iron oxide coating, but the pressure washer won't take the coating off. Take the mud out. And we got a bunch of those, and then all this stuff right here, all this had a little bit of crystal on it as well, so all those were really cool. There's a few decent crystals in there, and a little bit of smoky quartz chunk, and a nice pile of leaverites. Leaving those right over. I'm going to push them into the pile there for the next guy, see if anyone else wants them. So what you want to do is take all your nice stuff, especially those nice crystal clusters, and wrap them in newspaper, or else they'll get real damaged. That's a pretty crystal. I don't know if it has any color to it because it's so dirty. But just like everything else today, I'm throwing it in the bucket, and I'm going to take it home and wash it off, and I'll show you guys another time. It'll be here in the end of the video. We'll have a nice big reveal for day 2. I'm stoked about this crystal. Undeniable amethyst with a little bit of red iron stain on it. Just gorgeous. This place is literally so huge. That's where I was digging in that vein a couple days ago. And here's another half a football field of freshly flipped tailings. And there's way more piles back over there. And that's, and I mean, that's not even including the entire football field of tailings that's over there. Huge amount of land here. Next time it rains, this place is going to be a paradise. So if you can make it to that, do that. It's going to be incredible when all this flip stuff gets wet and all the crystals just show their faces right at the top of the surface. Just found this big chunk of smoky quartz right on the top, so kind of inspired me to look around a little bit more. So I'm going to go look around some more. This thing's still pretty dirty. It's probably about 15 pounds. It's got druzy from here all the way across. Big, huge stalactite looking thing there. A little smaller one there. That's gonna be real nice when it's cleaned up. It's got some more crystals down there. You can see it's a big old piece, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll get it cleaned up and give you a better view. All right, we'll start with the leaverites. These are all the things that were covered in dirt that I thought might have something that just didn't. Not really interesting to me. Some of them have a little bit of manganese on them, that little black stuff, but that's not what floats my boat. So let's get on to the other stuff here. This was the tumble rough. This one, big giant hunk of smoky quartz. A lot of smaller pieces of smoky quartz. Real nice chunks there, just nothing too crazy. And then we move into the clusters. Let's take a look at some of these larger clusters first. This one had milky and clear mixed in the crystals, which I think is kind of cool. It's not a consistent color. It's like part of the crystal's milky, part of it's white. So that's kind of cool. I like that a lot. This one had that, we're calling it iron or angle plate with iron oxide. I don't know what it is. It's pretty cool, but it's on some quartz crystals there. That's kind of neat. This one had a nice pocket in it. It was full of that black manganese. Super cool. This is just gorgeous. It looks like tangerine jelly or something like that. It looks delicious. I don't know, like candy. But yeah, this is that orange coating, iron oxide coating that this location is really known for. It's not citrine. And then this one right here is probably the best cluster that I got. It was just totally all mud. All you could see was a few crystal faces. But when it got cleaned off, it just, I mean, really seriously cool color on this thing. So nice. I'll probably hit it with a pressure washer, but I'll never give this one an acid bath because those colors are awesome and they need to stay there. A lot of other cool things with crystals on it, crystal points. These ones were milky crystals, which was kind of cool. A lot of the times the milky stuff won't have crystals in it. This one, probably make a nice pendant out of that. Here's the back, nothing interesting, but really nice and crystally on the front with that beautiful iron oxide stain that goes from really dark to really light, which is nice. Yeah, guys. So when you're cleaning your quartz, I'm gonna get a pressure washer. I heard you can get a cheap one at Harbor Freight. You don't need a lot of force. You want to get the electric ones that are not too forceful. Oh my gosh, what a great cluster! And then I'll get all the mud and stuff out, and then I'll throw some iron out on some of these, and some of them I'll leave. Like this one, I think I'll leave the iron out, or leave the iron on there, and not use the iron out acid on it, because it's pretty cool. There's another one. It had some pretty decent crystals on it. Kind of pretty. Moving down the line into some of the more individual stuff. This one had the manganese and the iron oxide, which I thought was kind of cool. Speaking of that, there was this one, which is it's got the iron oxide and the whole outside is completely coated in the manganese. Super, super cool crystal there. We got some amethyst, guys. We got amethyst. Something to show. Look at that. Purple, purple, purple. Beautiful. Let's got a little bit of crystal going on there. Some little points. That's nice. Those ones are just fragments. And there was one other chunk here. That one's got a little purple in it. Not a lot, but a little. And pretty good clarity for what it is. Maybe I'll tumble this piece. That's neat. Probably already, yeah, see those? Nice iron oxide with manganese. And this is what they were calling the angle plate. So I don't know. Doesn't really float my boat personally, but apparently that's something that they have there. This was a really cool smoky crystal. It's got weird faces on it, like strange growth. If the camera will behave here. Neat. There was a couple of other individual crystals here. This one has the manganese on the side and the double point, which is neat. This one had the iron oxide with a chisel tip, which I thought was cool. And yeah, some smaller clusters. I found this. Now I could be imagining things, but it looks to me like someone was practicing making arrowheads. Because this is a quartz mine, so the natives would have been here at some point pulling quartz out to make whatever they found. And this is super sharp, so it just looks kind of like an artifact to me. I could be just making stuff up, but it really looks like someone was trying to flint knap that into an arrowhead. Super sharp. Super sharp. Really cool location. Really great material. Really poor camera work. That's okay. Yeah, so that was day 2. Really, really freaking awesome. A lot of really good crystals. Look at all the manganese on this thing. Yeah. And this one's got a lot of cool clusters on it. A lot of really interesting growth. The way the crystals were growing in this piece. these. Ah, this one. Look at this. Those are chevrons. Super cool. And on the other part of that crystal, we've got these. Sorry, these really gorgeous skeletal growth. Really cool. Really, really cool stuff. Can't wait to get that one cleaned up. That'll be nice. Yeah. All right, guys, so that was Diamond Hill Mine. I just want to do a quick secondary reveal, show you a few things to clean up really nice. I went ahead and polished up that chevron piece, and you can kind of see the chevrons here in the face, and it's all nice and shiny now. Yeah, so that's cool. And there's still, I left the crystals on there. They're here somewhere. There they are, right there. So made sure to leave them on right here. So that's kind of the dragon scale quartz they have at the Diamond Hill Mine. That's really unique stuff. I've never even seen that anywhere. It's like really thick, like lots and lots of layers of quartz that are like milky and clear and milky and clear. And they make these scales that like when they're on the crystal faces. So I love that stuff. That's great. The other thing that came out great, tumbled Smokey quartz. It could have come out better. There was a lot of mica in it, and it was really cracky. So the pieces that I got, a lot of them were a little foggy, but they all took a bit of a polish, and I think they all turned out really nice overall. I got a lot of different sizes of those, from the bigger size down to the itty bitty size, and I don't know, I probably got a good 10 pounds of that stuff. So that was really cool. Once it was finished, 10 pounds. So that's pretty nice. The third thing that I wanted to show you guys, third and final thing, is this one. If you guys haven't seen my video of the Canaveral Gem and Mineral Society, check it out. You'll see me cutting this rock on a saw. This was the big giant rock that I hauled out. I was like, oh crap, that's gonna be heavy. Look at these crystals. Wow. These ones are all smoky. They got some smoky in them, which is cool. And then when I turn the whole thing around, it's like this. And naturally it wasn't just standing up like this. We did cut the bottom off. That's what I'm talking about. So do check out that video at the Canaveral Mineral and Gem Society. I always recommend that you join your local Gem and Mineral Society. There's a lot of people there with a lot of knowledge that's there, and they're ready to pass it on to you. And they also have huge equipment sometimes. So they have a nice big saw at the local club here, and we were able to just cut that flat so it stands up all nice and pretty on any table or surface. So that's pretty exciting. The other stuff from Diamond Hill Mine, a lot of it cleaned up really good. Excuse me. And like I said, I'm not going to clean up a lot of it because it had that beautiful iron oxide or manganese on the outside of it. So yeah, guys, just go out rock hounding, go follow your dreams, whatever your dreams are. Go and do something cool. Don't let anything hold you back. Go out and do things and be safe doing it, guys. I can't tell you. One of my friends got hurt, and it's a dangerous business out there to be rock hounding, and most of it's the traveling. So make sure to check your vehicle and everything like that. Make sure you're going to be safe. Check your equipment, check your surroundings, check the places you're going, and be really safe while you're out there adventuring and following your dreams. And make sure to buy American minerals, guys. Remember, there's a lot of negative outcomes associated with the gem industry internationally, and the American miners in general are very eco-friendly. They're very ethical miners, so everybody is on a good page, and getting it directly from the miners is the best way to support the miners, so that way they can continue to mine and pump out these great American minerals. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video, and stay tuned for next week's video, and we'll see you again next week. And check out all the shorts I've been posting and stuff like that, and just have a great day. Bye.